Good morning and welcome to the Craft Room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm glad you could join me this morning. We're about to make another Christmas card in our running series of getting ready for Christmas. So I'm going to see if we've got this going in the right place so you can find me and I can make sure we're going out there. Make another Christmas card in our running series. Sorry, we've just got that little glitch there. I have a new iPad, so I'm still learning to use it. I thought it'd be very much the same, but I've gone up to the 10th generation and things are found in different locations. So there you go, you've got a burst of sound, an echo. Anyhow, we've had a really busy week here and I haven't had a chance to get organised for Halloween, but I will get myself organised to do that little Halloween project for next week, or I might even have a chance to hop online during the week. But right now, I've got another Christmas card for you. It's a quick and simple one. I'm going to do it in a set of non-traditional colours, but it can be traditional, it can be in non-traditional, it can be in pastels. You can make this card in a variety of colours, which I'll show you at the end. Meanwhile, I think I'll just click us down to the desk. Well, I can't click. I do the old-fashioned turn. So just hold tight and I'll get us down to the desk and we'll get started and I'll show you what we're going to use today. And while I'm at it, why don't you jump on and say hi from where you are and let me know where you're coming from. Just one sec. Now, we'll get this over the desk and we're going to go. We're not here. Come on. There we go. There we go. We've got it happening. I think that looks all right. Let's get started. Now I'm going to actually use Joy to You, the Christmas Tidings embossing folder, and I'm using the handcrafted elements dies. So these are all sold separately. There's one of those dimensional backings. Does that happen to you? Dimensional backings, they go everywhere. So these are what I'm using today. They're all sold separately. So we're using the words. We're going to use this one, wishing you a very Merry Christmas, but there's some great big words there to go on the front of any card. This one's just a collection of words, as you can see, and pictures that relate to Christmas, and you'll see how that works on when we use it today. And in the dies, the handcrafted elements, these have got some lovely big dies. We have a number of decorations and things that you can create with, but I'm going to use this one today, which is a lovely Christmas ornament. So you'll see how we get all that together. So first things first, we'll grab some cardstock and we'll get this, we're up a little bit high, we'll get this to where we need to be. We'll grab my cut and emboss machine, and as I said, it's going to be a bright Christmas here. So I'm going to use this Granny Apple Green colour. So we'll get this and get it cut down to just a normal card size. No fancy folds today. I showed a fancy fold yesterday on the screen, and I can show you that card again later on. But I don't want to cut it in half. Done that before many times. Use my scoring blade. And then I need another piece of the same colour. So we'll just cut that. And that's 1/2 centimetre smaller than the front of the card. Put those bits aside for another time. And I also need some white cardstock for inside, and that'll be 1/2 centimetre smaller than the card. So they're just they're very basics. This card is a very simple, easy card to whip up if you need an extra Christmas card, Or if you're not confident in card making and you just want to do a different, something that's quite simple but looks really good. Well, I think it looks good. So I've scored that. We'll just give that a fold in half. Now I just line up. You can use your cutting board actually, but I just line up the top corner there and we've got our card. So we'll pop that aside for a minute. We're going to pop the inside aside. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss it. So I'll take my embossing folder and I put that right out of the way so I can get the embossing machine in, the cut and emboss machine. And I'm just going to put it in there. And I don't know if you've noticed, little tip, there are lines across the bottom of the Stampin' Up! Embossing folders. So you can put your cardstock right up against that line and you'll know it's straight inside your embossing folder. Now, we'll bring it in the machine. I need to remove plates 3, but I need plates 1 and 2, and I need the embossing plate. So plate 4. That's if anyone's got the new machine and not sure how to use it. Another important thing when you're using your embossing folder, put it through, it must go through with the opening last. So you push the closed side through first. Otherwise your embossing folder will flare up on either sides and it's hard to get it straight again. So we'll just run that through. Oh, he doesn't want to go. There he goes. Put that aside. I will need the cut and embossing to cut out the dies later, so I'll just pop that aside for a minute. And we'll pull him out. And we've got this lovely pattern now that will be in the background of our card. And it's got some great words: Christmas, decorations, tree, tidings, joyful, love, cheer, festive, as well as some nice little pictures of Christmas. So I'm actually going to go ahead and stick that on because that's going on the front there to make a lovely front for our card. So we'll do that. As I said, this is a quick card. We won't be here long, folks. If you've got things on, I'll have you able to go quickly or soon. Sometimes it's really important to be able to make a card on the hop, I find. So that's the front of our card. Just straighten him up. I'm glad I'm using my multi-purpose glue. That gives me some wiggle room. And we'll pop him aside. We'll pop that aside. And I'm going to take this other piece of cardstock that was left over when I cut the inside piece, and I'm going to stamp our greeting. So we'll put that away. Oh no, we're doing the greeting. So I've got it here, and I'm using not red, pink, dark pink, melon mambo. Just switching things around for Christmas. Oh, now, I learned how to do this. I've jumped ahead. I had a lot of trouble to get this to fit right. So what I have to do first is to fit where I want it to fit, and I'll show you what I mean in a moment. I need to cut this piece of paper down to 6.2. 6 centimetres and 2 millimetres. And then we can stamp it. So just bring this back in. Now I need to have room above and below. And that's all the stamping for today. Quick and simple, I did tell you. And I'm just going to cut across here. Now, we're going to use a little bit of ribbon on it. And this is the silver trim, and it comes in a combo pack with the gold and the silver. Today we're going silver. And there's two sides. You can use either side. This one's completely silver on this side. And this side has a little bit of, it looks like, well, it's white, a little bit of white in the middle. And so I'm going to use that side that has a little bit of white in it. And that is actually the back side of the ribbon. But I just like it. I thought it looked really good. Bit fancy. So we're just going to cut two pieces. There we go. And I'm using some tear and tape on the back. And I'm making it so that it's long enough. I could do two short pieces, but I'm being a bit slack here. I'm making that it's long enough that it goes past both sides of the sentiment, the greeting. Now we'll pop that aside. And we'll get this stuck on. So I just simply place it where I want it and then turn it over so it sticks behind on those bits of tape, like so. So that's stuck, and I'm going to do the same above. I've had a really busy week this week, been running around doing lots of things, but one of the things I've really been focusing on, well, couple, I don't know if you've noticed, I've set up a new Instagram account, so you can keep in touch through that as well. But I have also been focusing on, I think I'll move that one up a bit, on me time, on getting time for me. I don't know about anyone else, but I think it's really important that we all take time out for ourselves, and I'm not very good at it. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Now the next thing we're going to do is take our die, and I'm taking the same colour, Melon Mambo, and I'm going to cut that one out. So I'll bring in the embossing machine. And we'll run it the other way this time. Now, I'll just get that started. We'll get this out of the road again. So we'll just pop this out. I'll use my pick. And we've got this lovely little ornament. And I don't know if you can see, but like the base of the card, this ornament is lovely and embossed on the front. Now you can put just a colour behind it. Say if I wanted green behind it, or it even fits this die, which I nearly did it this way. I haven't used this die and it doesn't want to come off. Put that tape back down there. This die fits lovely behind it as well, so you could make a nice piece of pattern paper behind it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take it and cut it. and I'm going to cut it on the sides here. And I'm going to take my greeting and glue it on either side of my greeting, like so. So we'll use multi-purpose glue for that. Now, I just put a little bit along, but I do the edges because I want them to sit flat. And they do tend to curl around a bit. And I'm just going to get that in fairly straight. Try and get it straight. So that, stay there. The glue doesn't like sticking to the ribbon, but it will stick eventually. But especially once you've got, sit flat for me, the top part stuck. And that's all my wiggle room I've got. And then I'm going to do the same for the bottom. Come on, glue. Just spread that glue around a bit, and some down here and some down here. And pop this on. That's that tape getting stuck on my grid paper. I did use a mat last time. I should have this time. The mat I'm talking about are these. I love these. Little silicone mat. And once it's sticky on the back, if you work on the mat, it doesn't stick to the papers and things, and you can pick it back up. So there's my decoration. And all I have to do now is trim the white bit off. Yes, so I was saying about me time. So yesterday we have a big spa bath in this new house of ours, and yesterday I actually made the effort to give it a good clean out and jump in, and oh, it was lovely. It was really lovely just to sit and relax rather than run around all the time chasing Bella. She keeps me on my toes, as I'm sure a lot of other mums have with their kids. Now, that one's, I want to get that little edge bit to cover over as much as I can, and I don't want white showing underneath, and there's a little tiny bit in this corner. Being fussy now, aren't I? I think I've got it. So we'll put that aside there. We'll bring our card front back in. Now the next thing, I'm going to take a little bit more of the ribbon. Don't need a lot. And I'm just going to thread it through the top and put both pieces of the ribbon through. So I've folded it in half and threaded it through. Now I found you've got to be really gentle, or this little loop tears. Oh, come on. Just got to persuade it gently. And it's, oh, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. And then I just trim the edges. Like so. And on the back I'm going to put some dimensionals. I'll pop one up in that section. Oh, did I get it hidden? It's over too far. I think it'll be all right. One down the bottom, the two sides, and this helps hold the ribbon too. And one in the middle. So we'll just flip those bits off. Nails are good for this, but if you haven't got any nails, your pick's also excellent. Oh, she says she and it doesn't want to work. It's always the case when you're trying to show someone. There we go. And that's stuck on the front. And just to finish it off, we're going to add in a bit of bling. So I'm using the festive pearls. Let's get some of this mess out of the road. Don't need all the mess in front of us. We do need to do the inside though. So I'm using the silver. And I'm just going to pop one here. I'm going to do the thing of threes. Two down the bottom. Come on, this. Sometimes I have to talk to them to make them cooperate. Come on. Thank you. And so that's my card at the front. For inside, I was really stumped on how because I don't like plain inside cards. And I thought, I don't really want the embossing on the inside. And there's no stamp in the stamp set that really relates to like a picture or something that relates to what we've done. And the die is too big to put in the inside. I actually had one cut somewhere to show you, but it's run away. Anyhow, so I ended up deciding the best thing to put on the inside was ribbon. And this was new for me. I've not done the ribbon on the inside. And again, I'm going to use the wrong side of the ribbon, but it just goes to show that there's two sides to everything. So I'm just going to measure up the ribbon. And grab some tear and tape. And I want it fairly close to the bottom because some people like to have a big space to write. Depends what they want to write, I suppose, or their size for their writing. My daughter has very big writing. So we give it when we give her a card to do, we have to know there has to be lots of space inside. But I'm leaving this one with just a bit of ribbon on the bottom for whoever needs a big bit of writing space. Or later on, if I come across it and I think, oh, I want to put a greeting in, I could always stamp a greeting at the time. You know, find a nice, there's actually some nice words in some of the stamp sets Stamping Up I've got this year for Christmas. So that's going to go there. And it just brings a bit of the bling to the inside of the card. So there we go. That's our card for today. We have, I'll get rid of all that. We have here our bright coloured Christmas card using the ornament in front. But I'll show you two others I've done. This one is the pastels. And then we've got one in the traditionals. So let me know which one you think's the best. P for pastel, B for bright, or T for traditional. I'd love to know what you think of the cards and which one you think works best. All right, well, that's what I've got for you for today. I'm just going to turn you back to me we go. Hopefully you can see me. No, last week they chopped my head off. So that's my cards for today. If you want to know anything about these products, you'll find them all in the mini catalogue. You can jump online or send me a message and I can tell you all about them. Let me know which card you prefer. I'm going to say goodbye now and let you enjoy the day. I thought it was going to be nicer and sunny, but we certainly have lost the sunshine out there at the moment. So you enjoy your day, and hopefully we get to catch up again next Saturday. Bye for now.